Welcome back to the Happiness Economy. Today, somebody who has strictly made us happy from the beginning. Somebody who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. Somebody who is much better looking than the camera allows you to believe.
Somebody who can take a backhanded compliment.
Comedian, actor, writer, chef, MC, good guy, husband, father,
Liverpool supporter.
Liverpool supporter. We can't all be perfect. And like Jay says, someone who's been a supporter of us from the beginning that we love and appreciate. Ladies and gents, it's Chris Forrest.
Hey. And athlete, you forgot athlete.
And
Athlete.
For real. Cyclist. Cyclist. And what other, I know you cycle, what other sports do you do? Plays golf?
Yeah.
Not so much the golf. I'm very good at chess.
Amazing.
Drinking Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and founder of the Great Forest Arms.
Yes.
Correct.
If you haven't been invited to the Forest Arms, then unfortunately we can't give you any more information.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but it's a bar and it's amazing.
Yeah. But I just want to say, because it's the happiness economy.
Yes.
Do you know what makes me very happy?
Tell me.
Is after 2 years
and
364 days, I've finally made it
yes.
here.
Yeah. No, we saved you for episode, what is this, like 57?
There we go.
Like 57. Yeah.
People were saying, why don't those guys like you, Chris? Why don't
No.
they have you? I'm like, no,
We were
they
working it out.
They do. It's just they like other people better.
No.
Anyway, it's nice to be here. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Kinks.
I'm giving you a hot
are
tub.
our 57th favorite person
Yes!
in the podcasting world. You are in the top 100, my friend.
I will take it.
And some of
No,
the 57 have fallen out of the category, so you could be like 56th now.
I'm moving up. Maybe after today, I'll be 55th. Who knows, guys? Please like, subscribe. What do you say?
Yeah.
Like,
Like and
comment,
subscribe.
Then I can go up in the rankings.
Yes.
I would appreciate that.
Yes. Chris, let's start at the beginning. So when Chris was encouraging us to start comedy, we were already fans of his. First time I watched you was at the Underground back in your Deadpan days, where you were like the founding father of South African Deadpan. I think is an easy thing to say. Genius of a comedian, but since then, I'm still one of the best comedians I think the country's ever had, and also an OG, one of the originals. But when you get to know Chris is when you get to really like Chris. Like if you think you like his comedy as a human, the Bra is even better. Sincerely, one of the best humans I've ever met. And that is why we have you on. It's also why we took so long to have you on, because we really think you've got it figured out. So we wanted to figure it out first before we had you on. I think is the greatest.
I'm glad I brought it up so I can make you guys a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. That is the greatest excuse. But one of the nicest people. So let's start with you telling us how you see Chris Forrest.
I'm not sure. I'm like, it's weird because you guys have said some really, really nice things now. And I still feel like I'm still figuring it out.
I think we all are.
Yeah. So it's that thing. It's like, how do you go now? I look at you guys. You've done amazing things. And I'm like, man, I've got to try and keep up with these dudes. Like, and then sort of evolve and adapt because times have changed and younger, smarter, better looking people come in and you've got to go, oh, okay, I need to do something to try and just grab onto that tail and hang on.
Yeah, but you've done amazing things. And I feel like you've continued to grow and develop. And I think likewise, we look at you and go, shit, Chris is doing amazing things. We have to also just motivate each other and build and grow.
Well, guys, can you stop that and just let me catch up a bit? And then,
What do you mean
kidding,
catch up?
kidding.
The ultimate prime master himself telling us to give him a chance to catch up. Tell us, what does happiness mean to you?
I should have prepared because I've listened to this podcast a lot and I didn't even think of an answer.
And we only gave you 55 episodes.
Man.
I was wondering why we took so long to get him.
No, I think happiness it's kind of a weird thing because, I mean, what happiness, there's all the cliches. It's not a destination, it's a journey. So it's like solving problems, basically. I think that for me is the biggest thing. Like it used to be, happiness would be like having a great set or whatever. Now I'm old. Now I looked at my lawn the other day.
And it made you happy.
And it made me happy that I've filled all the brown patches with green grass.
What a pleasure.
It's like so random. And I was like, this is maybe a sign that is weird. Who would have thought? Like, oh yeah, I've got nice grass. Like,
but that's a sign of age. But also as you get older, you start realizing that that's the point. Those little moments are just as important as a standing ovation.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'd rather have a standing ovation. But
But they are good.
no, but there's other things. I think
Easier to get a good lawn than a
a standing
ovation.
ovation. But I think the most important things, obviously, your friends, your family, my kid, because we're super cool in my family. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got sporting colours. I know Jason was really good at tennis.
Yes, yes.
Because I was super cool in school, I got my choir colours. And my kid just
I
got
did not know this about you.
yeah, random. My kid just got full colours for chess. How cool is that? Then you
Apples and
watch
trees.
that, and then you're like,
Apples and trees.
and then you're like, no, I'm not crying, you're crying. It's awesome.
Can you sing?
No,
Something how did
No.
the choir? What did you sing in the choir?
because at some point your voice changes. And so before that, we were in a super cool choir, and we made it to like the final of some sort of choir competition, and it was us and the Drakensberg boys, and then the whole choir got their colours. So
you just
I might
do
have been hiding in
With
other
the
people.
triangles.
I was just playing air triangle. They wouldn't let me do the real thing. They just pretend.
The team spirit. That's why.
But
Personality of the choir.
I always tell people I am in fact an award-winning musician.
That is true. And also you have probably more qualification than most of the musicians that we're listening to at the moment.
Did you know
Also,
that?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What award?
I don't know if you remember the MK 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dis nie my
Imka.
MK Musiekkanaal.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
And then I won the MK Snarkster for a project I did way back when
That's fantastic.
called Cooler Box. But
I remember Gula.
Yeah.
I try and bring it in. There's things I try and bring into conversation
All signs
within.
were there, that there is a musical background.
Yeah.
Because Cooler Box is amazing. If you didn't go and find, there must be videos somewhere.
And then right now, I'm going to push it
Please.
because I can. I'm working on a project called the Spice Boys.
Oh,
Listen, I saw the first video
yeah.
dropping the other day. Yes.
Anyway.
You never stated that you weren't the lead singer, but I understood it.
I'm the lead singer in the next one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nick and I are standing by for cameo appearances.
Nick actually,
in the band, please.
Nick's
that
written
thing
a
inspired
track
me.
for the Spice Boys, but I'm going to get him to sing it.
Oh, I can't sing
What is it?
at all.
But did you see the video? Neither can I. We'll leave it as a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Okay, so tune in, stay tuned. The reason we invite people on is because we perceive them to be happy. I've known you for over 15 years now. And in that 15 years, you are one of the most consistently mooded people that I've ever met. So like, I'm always like drawn to people who are not predictable by their moods, but somebody whose mood I can rely on. And then for you, I struggle to think of ever seeing you in a bad mood. I've seen you frustrated. I've seen you overworked. I've seen you, under pressure when you're running your big things and you got a lot of balls in the air. But even there, you seem to make it look easy. Like from the outside, looking at Chris Forrest, I always feel like I don't have my life together. Like Chris has his life together. Like your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your kids, the way you spent your money compared to the way the rest of the OGs, and by OGs I mean that first wave of Western type comedians, which was, Vlis Muscola, even Trevor falls into that, same thing, Riyadh, Joey. And when I look at the way all of those guys set themselves up versus the way you set yourself up, I'm just like, I need to get my life together. Chris's life is together. Is this just like a perception? Is your life together?
Well, right now you have me in a state of massive heightened anxiety, but I do have a Braai Festival coming up in a week and a bit.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yes, Nick's going to be on the thingy. But no, I don't know. I think we all look at other people and go, they've got their lives. There are some people where you go, geez, that dude does not have his life together. But it's funny. I think that's just a perception. And somebody once said to me, if you think somebody's life is perfect and altogether,
Yeah.
you don't know them well.
Yeah.
So I think we all have that thing and the balls in the air. And in terms of spending the money, part of the reason that I've done it the way I have is I actually worked for a pension, because he's not the only CA in the room.
Yes.
I was a CA as well. And I worked on a pension line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people would phone in and tell me about how they're helping this old person who survives on cat food.
Oof.
And
a
I
lot
was
of
like,
those stories.
ooh, I've got to think about my future.
Yeah. They're on smart cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart cats. But
Only reason.
It's not, yeah, I'm allergic to them as well. Yeah, so I did that. Obviously, you've got a plan for the future, and then I think when you're in a good space, then it becomes easier. I still don't have a pension fund, so if anyone wants to start a GoFundMe,
Go fund Chris's pension.
please.
Yeah.
Right now, it involves I've got a bright couple of kids, and I'm hoping they make a lot of money.
And by bright, he means clever, not just.
Oh yeah,
not just. Yeah.
not just ginger, because I do have. We are all ginger in my family.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is- that is
You
the
look
thing.
like you've outgrown it though.
I have.
Grew through the.
I went through a salt and ginger phase, and then yes, I grew through I'm still ginger where it counts. I would show you, but this is family friendly.
No.
It's not family friendly. You can show them.
What about 3? You know what I mean?
I've done that before, and it's weird. Like somebody said, I'm not ginger, and I just as a joke, I said, "Here you go," and they put their hand up, and I was like, "Dude, you can't be holding my." Anyway,
You didn't answer the question. Is your life together?
I think so. I've got a few worries about the future, like obviously, but that's more broader.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I think we all worry about South Africa as a
Yeah, yeah.
country. But I think in terms of my own thing, I'm happy that I'm doing whatever I can. And you guys talk about like acceptance, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the thing, is as long as you know you're doing whatever is possible in your life, that would be my theory. Then you can be cool.
I like that. To back up South Africa, I spoke to a mate of mine who immigrated a year ago yesterday on the phone. And he's in Australia, which is a very wealthy country. He likes money. But he made a comment in the middle of the conversation where he was like, listen, man, I can't understand it. The Rand is doing well. He's like, is South Africa ever going to die? Because now that he's left, he's waiting for us to go in the fire. And he's like, every time I think there's going to be a collapse and I can go, ha, I told you so. That's why I left. And my comment to him was, bruh, I honestly believe that as long as we've got the Stellenbosch Mafia, somehow they're going to keep this tent propped up because they got too much to lose and they actually like it here. So I'm like, if we understand who the real presidents of the country are, I think that we're going to be fine.
Do you think it's them? But I'm not going to get into that now. No, but I love the people who leave.
Yes.
Not all of them, because I've also got a couple of friends in the UK who are like, it's terrible here, don't ever, and I'm like, I never want to go to the UK. But the people who leave almost tell each other that it was much worse.
Yes.
Then it
Like,
is.
While they're cutting their own lawn or doing their
you
own
can't
ironing.
you can't even walk to the corner without getting mugged and murdered. I'm like, I was murdered 4 times last week. And look, here I am. So it's I still quite like this country. I'm more worried about the fact that our particular industry is almost a luxury, and that's what gets trimmed first.
Yes.
So you've got to now navigate how to figure out to get around that.
But that's where you.
Like I'm thinking of starting a podcast, right?
Yeah. What you
I'm
gonna
sure
call
that's
it?
gonna.
Not if you're looking for financial stability, not
Podcast is not the way.
not the
No,
place to
it's-
come. But
oh,
if you're
man.
looking for stuff that feeds you and helps you talk through things, then definitely by all means jump in and jump on. You spoke about acceptance. So you're one of the most consistent people that I know. You can always trust Chris. You can always rely on Chris. Chris is always going to show up. Chris is always going to read the room and deliver to the room. Maybe take 20 minutes longer than he's supposed to, but
It's gonna be fire.
This is not the first time they've mentioned this
definitely. No,
on
and
this
I'm the same.
podcast.
I'm the same. I go over as well, which is, and it is what it is. How do you understand acceptance? Because I feel like you accepted yourself before you got married. You accepted yourself before even like you did the deadpan character that you do on stage. accepting oneself and loving oneself. What does that mean to you?
Geez, these are deep questions.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
what we're here for.
I thought,
No, you think it's only jokes.
no, I think it's difficult to accept yourself because I mean I don't know about you guys. I'm my own biggest critic.
Yeah,
as well.
we all are.
I think we all
So
are.
I think when I say acceptance, there's different things that I consider. Like if I'm ever happy with, and it's happened before when I think, I've got this. Let's just
Figured
talk
out.
comedy. If I go, I've got comedy figured out. That's when you're about to go shit.
Yeah.
But if you accept, okay, I'm working as hard as I can. I'm doing everything I can. And I'm not sitting back. That's when you go, okay, cool, I'm cool. If something doesn't happen for me, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of not accepting the thing, but accepting the amount of effort that you put in. Because I think it's unfair to say to oneself, I'm going to give 110% every day. Then I'm like, but sometimes you don't have 110%. So I think the sentence is, I gave everything I had every single day. I showed up as hard as I could in whatever mindset, in whatever fatigue level. I showed up and gave everything that I had, which means I have to accept that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. So to use another analogy, I spoke to a guy yesterday who was berating himself because he'd only run like 12 kilometers.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, jeepers, you only ran 12. And I was like, you know what? It's better than sitting on the couch. You've done 12 kilometers.
Even though you only ran 12, you ran 13 more than me yesterday. That's how little that's how little I -1. That's what I did.
I visualized running.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Do you still cycle?
I've only just recently started again. I stopped. I had a cycling partner who, you know, when you've got somebody you're doing something with, then it makes it a bit easier because it's like, okay, every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, we're at the Cradle, we're riding our bikes. But now he's gone to the UK.
Okay.
And it's far.
And to get up at 6 a.m. and drive to the Cradle by yourself, man, that takes motivation and discipline. And then to ride for 2.5 hours on your own when you're not talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And you start talking to yourself and then it gets weird. So, no.
That's where the jokes come from.
Actually, the funny thing is, the guy who I rode with, you guys know him, is Bevan Cullinan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Best known for the
I
Toasty
didn't
Show.
know he's in the
and-
UK now.
Yeah. So his missus is super bright and she got a lucky job there and everything. He's still directing and everything. But if that was one of the coolest things was he'd sometimes say to me, okay, I've got this problem I need to work out for a particular thing I'm shooting. Or I'd say to him, I've got this gag and I need to figure out where
How to place and make it
I know
work.
I've got the concept, but I need and he was really good at that.
Yeah. So you guys would talk about that on the rides.
We talk about everything. You're on a bike for 8 to 10 hours a week. You talk about everything.
Oh, my palms just got sore just thinking about it now. But to go back to that 80-20 thing that you're saying, like that's one of the 4 agreements. The 4th agreement is always do your best. And I think that's something that you've consistently done. And I think that's what's motivated us as well to just be part of the journey. Because, like you say, you don't always have 100% to give, so you've got to give what you can.
Yes.
In those moments, and like I don't even have a question, to be honest. I don't know. I just remember that I wanted to say that to let people know I read, because
So
you're so intimidating, Chris.
I'm not intimidated by Chris. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by Chris. So it's the way you show up. You also have been able to Madonna the thing in terms of relevance and staying there. And you've employed a number of different techniques. So, your stage persona evolved. Then I watched you take cooking proper seriously so that you actually went to culinary school to go and qualify. And then I watched you bring all of the worlds that Chris is good at together, where, for example, your Braai Festival, for me, exhibits your culinary side, it exhibits your entertainment and eventing side, your community side, your business side. I see all of those things coming together. So give us some advice then in terms of not only longevity, but I think still just remaining relevant, but also whether I watch you do stand-up, whether I watch you cook, I see you enjoying the thing that you do. I don't get to observe you doing things that you don't enjoy. I know those things exist, but not from where I sit and what I kind of can see. So what advice do you have for us just in terms of making those changes, leaning into different spaces, and not holding yourself to one thing forever and ever? Because if you did that, you'd be sitting here with a tweed jacket, dropping one-line punchlines.
And that would be brilliant.
Good.
Yeah.
No, so I think in terms of why I changed comedy was because I think South Africa, that character would have held in like the UK, for example, where we all speak the same language and it's a very homogenous culture and it's slightly different, blah, 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 blah. But in South Africa, where comedy is still evolving in a lot of places,
People are still learning about comedy.
a lot of people didn't understand the irony there. So it was, my favorite story is doing a show in Vanderbilt Park and dying. And then eventually this one woman just picked up laughing and the chick next to her went, "Niemand shame." And that's when I was like, okay. But so, and it also, the thing with that, the character was to hold the audience for 15 minutes is one thing.
Yeah.
But then there's no such thing as like to do a 1 hour show
Of one-liners.
is very difficult to keep that
Yeah.
because it's low energy and keep the people with wave after wave. So you'd notice, but anyway, I'm going into pure comedy now. But I think you answered the question already. So I am from the cooking side of things. I didn't even know I was going to enjoy cooking. And then I won MasterChef by mistake. And then
So MasterChef was the first time you applied yourself to cooking.
I'd never cooked before then.
That's
God damn it.
insane.
I know.
That's wonderful.
It's one of my favorite stories. But anyway, then I was like, okay, I quite enjoy this. But I wonder, it's what you answered was, I enjoyed it. And so I was like, things that make me happy is cooking and comedy. And then the way I combined them was also, like, things seemed to fall into place. So chatting to Pete, who's become a very good mate of mine. And he was like, I've always wanted to do a festival. I was like, well, let's do a show together. Yeah. And then next thing, me and Pete are doing a show together.
Naked.
Which was usually successful as well.
Yes. Naked.
What is it called?
Naked.
Burn my, what?
Don't burn your sausage. So
burn
the
your
naked thing was also a kind of a weird
Just
one.
happened.
Well, it was a kind of PR stunt where we bet Deep Fried Man, whoever sold out their show first had to do it naked. And then it was at Grahamstown.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're at 10 in the morning. We've got it like 360 seats, so there's no ways.
Yeah.
Cut to, we're doing it naked. Good.
So the winner had to do it naked.
Yes.
You guys don't
Which
understand
is
how
the whitest
competition
bet
works.
you've ever heard in your life. That's some white boy shit you ever in your life right there.
No, it was because, I suppose it's very, I think the term is waspy.
Yes.
Like you're
Super
doing,
wasp.
you're doing better. No,
That's a
you're doing
super
better. Like we do that.
Yeah.
We very
Yeah.
rarely do the thing like I'm amazing. I'm the best. So no, we're struggling. We sold out. Okay, we'll do it naked. And then it just became like a thing. Every time we sold out,
Naked.
we do it naked. And now we sell out, I'd say 9 shows out of 10. But we don't do it that often. And we need to write a new script because we've been doing that show a long time.
Yeah.
It's still working, and maybe that's a good question because most people still haven't seen it. It may be a long time for you, and is that so? Do you stop doing it when most people have seen it, or do you stop doing it when you feel fatigued from the thing, where you're not enjoying it anymore because you need something?
So the fun is like you guys have done a double-hander before.
Yeah.
And the fun is being on stage with Pete.
Yes.
And I love working with him. We've almost got like a
A Bluetooth. Yeah.
Bluetooth.
An understanding.
Like, and we're laughing at shit that other people aren't getting.
Yes.
We're also like we did a run at Emperors a few years ago, and everything went wrong. And I was like, kind of after the fact, that during the thing, I was like losing it. But I'm looking at Pete going, "You're dropping punchlines here, dude." But I'm not saying it. And I can see him going, "Yeah, but things not working." Yeah. And we're actually having this full on. And then afterwards, I was like, we had a proper exchange on stage, not saying a word.
Just
How
with
cool
the
is
eyes.
that? Yeah. But anyhow, so that's kept that fun. And we've done it in various guises. So like we did the thing for a coffee company for a long time. And
Who's obviously not paying him anymore. And that's how you go from being the brand to the coffee company.
There we go.
I love it.
Well, I'm not sure they haven't advertised on your show either. I noticed the labels were removed from the bottle.
No, nobody advertises on our show.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
the sponsors of the show.
But so we traveled the country doing these shows, and I noticed there's no cool braai show. So I did something that really irritates my wife.
Yeah.
I said, let's make our own.
Yeah.
And I got two other people that one's in events and one is a culinary expert. I was like, you guys,
Do this thing.
there's no money. Do you want to do it? And they were like, yeah, that sounds good. And now they hate me.
Yeah.
But you're
No, I'm
doing
kidding. We're doing it.
Yeah.
And it's that, how would you, at this point for me, because you guys came to it. You came to
Yeah.
the first one. You missed the
First one.
second one. It's that thing where it's so much hell. And then when it happens, you're like,
This is what all the hell was for.
I think the best things we do should happen like that. I think the greatest things we do, because it's not supposed to be easy. If greatness was easy, everybody would be doing greatness.
And it also shows how much you care about the thing
Yeah.
when you're going through hell.
And when the cost is high,
It's easy to throw a thing together with no concern and then it's cuck. Like anybody can do it. But
yeah. No, I say that.
Yeah.
I say that to people a lot, especially in their relative jobs. I say if it was easy, everyone would do it.
So I wanna summarize the thing. So just check my summary. You have to evolve. You've got to keep moving, and one of the best ways to do that is to keep exploring things you enjoy.
Yes.
And that exploration will very easily highlight what your next should be. And I think a lot of us don't get to a next because we don't explore anything. We think about things and we want the questions to all have been answered before we start. But sometimes just take the pressure off and start a thing and put yourself out there. So if you'd said no to the ask to MasterChef, you wouldn't have been a chef at all. If you'd gone, no, I don't cook, I'm not entering MasterChef, I'm not going to go make myself a fool on TV.
Funnily enough, I did.
You said no.
No, so here's what happened. I was still with Real Concerts in those days. And so Kim was the lady who sorted my stuff out. And she phoned me. She said, they want you for this thing. I said, Kim, I love the show.
But I'm not doing it.
No, I didn't say I'm not doing it. Okay, so technically I didn't say no. I said, but the thing is, I don't know how to cook. I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And she said, just go on. Just do the thing. I've something I don't know if I should or shouldn't reveal now. But anyway, she said, you'll get a bit of airtime.
Yeah.
It's your target audience is Mnet. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then Tabs was like, you know what, it doesn't matter if you can't cook as long as you
Only entertaining.
just go on there and be, her word was endearing. And then I should have actually gone home first. But one of the other contestants, I don't know if you'll mind me saying this, he deliberately messed up because he wanted to leave because he had a one-man show planned. So
no, that's too much salt. Oh.
No, he just changed the recipe and made his own thing in a pressure test. And then he put on a great act because at the time he denied it. And that was years later. He's like, of course I did.
That's great.
That's unbelievable.
It's also that thing of the universe conspiring to help you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like things will happen so that you are almost on a roller coaster to where you're supposed to be.
So
When you're doing the right things.
I'm not religious, just to put in a disclaimer, but my charity for that thing was a place called the Villa of Hope.
Yeah.
Our good friend Shanre van Wyk, it's his mother-in-law. And
I
she's
did not know that because you've been doing Villa of Hope for years. I didn't know that.
so she runs it. Auntie Serena, she does a great job. If you want to donate to a charity, Villa of Hope.
Full of hope. Is
So it's a children's home, and I had just randomly chosen it off the list because I actually wanted to do my then pet charity was the Page Project, and they said no, it has to be food related.
Okay.
And so obviously now throughout the competition, me and a guy called Terrence got together and we cooked every night. And we practiced and we had a great time, and I ended up winning by hook or by crook. But I only there was a turning point where I went from not knowing, like Neo in the Matrix, where suddenly I was like, oh, I can do this. And she said it was divine intervention because they were about to go under. And this money, or the promise of it, because they only got it a year later, is what kept them going. And that was like, if you want to talk about like fate in the universe and everything, they got a car and they got a couple $100,000 whatever it was.
You may not
And
be
it was-
religious, but God loves you.
The most.
It's working in your life, and God doesn't need you to say you're religious. He's going to work in your life anyway.
The next thing is going to be a pry on a
love
bicycle while telling jokes
Yes.
while naked.
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
Burn your
Doing
sausage.
a- doing a
Don't burn
show
your
about-
sausage,
about
don't crush your
parenting.
ears. It's the same. It's the same. Chris,
And well, there's a new venture, but I don't know if I should talk about it yet. I do crazy shit.
We're going to get to a point where you can talk about what's
Well,
coming up and you
we'll-
can decide
we'll-
if you want to
We'll-
bring those
we'll-
things up.
Yeah, you'll guys.
But like, I find that you surround yourself with the right people. You attract the right type of people to you, and I think that's been a huge part of your success. And like, I look at your family life, and like Jay said, you always there. I don't know if he said it or I said it. Anyway, but I'm so impressed by or inspired by you as a husband and father, because you work with your wife, and marriage is not easy on its own.
Yeah.
And then you've brought your wife in, and you guys do this massive thing together, and all these big things, and you still make time for the kids, and you still how has that helped you, like having, or how do you make all of that work?
So the kids are very important. I don't always succeed, but I try and set aside at least an hour a day. And then I hang with them. I don't know. I think that's just
On purpose. I like it.
on purpose. The wife thing is interesting because we didn't intend to work together. Yeah, I always said, comedians, you're managed by your wife, aren't you?
No, by my sister.
Oh, of course. No, but she's in the mix there. No, because of course you manage. So I always said comedians who are managed by their wives are soon not managed by their exes. And I can give you examples.
No.
There's a lot.
I can fully understand that.
And so when I decided to go on my own, then there was a person working at Tabs' company, Pickled Ginger, and there was a lady working for her. And I was doing the stuff, and she said, Chris, like, you're worried about this thing. But if I'm managing your stuff, then Tabs are separate from it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. That makes life a lot easier because I'm the worst at admin. Like, I'm horrible at it. So then she was sorting my stuff out, and then she decided she got another job or something. I can't remember, but she left. And then we got another lady in who was looking after stuff, and then COVID happened, and obviously everyone slowed down, and she actually got headhunted by a different company. So it wasn't because of COVID. Bastard. And then, but slowly but surely, Tabs is doing more and more of my stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And we found we actually work quite well together. So it's been probably about 10 years now, and we haven't divorced yet. So obviously something's working.
You look, firstly, COVID is only 5 years, but I got you.
No, but I mean,
Just
she
when
was
you're working with your
already,
wife, it
she was
feels like
already
10
kind
years.
of, she was doing more and more
Yeah.
throughout that period. I think I've been with Pickled Ginger for 11 now.
You do, other than just being able to work with your wife, you do marriage really well. And you make marriage look like an attractive thing.
You guys always look like you're having so much fun.
And we pretend.
And it's like, Kate said to me when I got married, never stop dating your wife. Make sure that you keep that thing going no matter what else happens, because the other stuff can, dilute that as your first and foremost thing. And I look at you and your fro, and you guys roll together. Like, I was always like, when I met my wife, I wanted somebody I can roll with. And that means somebody that I can go to a boardroom with, a red carpet with, a pub with.
Yes.
And have the best time. And never have to think, this is not an environment for my wife. Like, my wife can come to any environment. It makes sense. And I really saw that possible in you.
Yeah, no, I think that's the thing. We've got a lot of stuff that is our stuff, if that makes sense.
Yes.
We always joke we've ruined each other for anyone else.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that's part of the secret. Obviously, we have our disagreements, but for the most part, we get each other.
Yeah.
We're cool with each other. We accept each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody's perfect.
No.
So when you deal with, I think with my brother who said to me when we first got together, he said, you're never going to love somebody 100%.
Yeah.
There'll be a percentage that you don't like.
Yeah.
And as long as the other percentage is much greater, you'll be fine.
Just focus on that other percentage.
Yes.
I like that. Okay.
Lovely.
Chris, you've been lovely. Now let's go into your life.
Yes.
Well,
Into your
Let's go
socials.
Into your life.
into my socials are terrible. You see,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one
No.
of the things I look at you guys and I'm like, oh man, they
Oh,
do
no,
such
not
good
you
stuff
guys.
on the
No,
social.
not you
Not you
guys.
guys.
Donovan. You look at Donovan.
And Chase, me.
No, but,
my
but
socials
yeah.
are like your socials, my friend. Also very sparse. Very
Yes,
few
and then
things.
like I have that thing every week. I'm like, I must record like a video every second day, and then like I'll do it tomorrow.
I don't know if I sent them all. I didn't send them all, but it's fine.
I got some.
Go into the profile. So
this is the first one that we're starting with.
yeah, 18th of
is-
August 2015.
That is a long time ago.
Caption is Watch out, David Hicks.
Yeah, basically, let's aim at our favorite chef, my favorite chef, and let's aim directly at him. A nice mirror selfie of you in your uniform. Also, if you've ever watched Chris Forrest perform in the last 10 years, I guarantee he was wearing a black shirt, a jeans, and a shoe. I guarantee you.
100%. That is my CI.
Consistency.
If you look at my cupboard, I have about 7 black shirts
Yeah.
and I've got about 4 pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
Because
All
some of them
all
don't
of them
fit
frayed
me
at the
anymore.
back. That's his style.
Yes.
That's Forest fashion, and we love it for you.
So this is not a normal shirt. What I liked about that was it was probably one of the first chef gigs I ever got hired for.
Okay, so what is happening here? Tell us.
tell
So
us.
it was a company that did stick blenders,
Uh-huh.
and they asked me to.
Felix.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't Milex. Let's just say they had a lot of.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, and they hired me to showcase the stick blender.
Okay.
So, and then they made me my own branded chef's jacket.
Oh, come on.
I know, it was super cool, except they spelled my name wrong. I still have that, by the way. I use it for.
I still have
wrong on the embroidery. Oh,
I still have your chef's jacket from the first
Yeah,
Braai
from
Fest.
the-
Yeah.
So I was like really proud. It was cool. And then David Higgs is a really cool dude. I love him. He's one of my favorite chefs.
yeah.
So that's probably why I've mentioned him. He's also a big Liverpool fan. But yeah, so it was. I think he was also big on MKR at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Kitchen Rules.
So
you
that
don't know
was
David
me.
Hicks, My Kitchen Rules and Marble and everything else.
And that was quite a bling hotel. I think it was the one and only.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's fancy.
That's how I roll.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
been into the one and only.
Yeah.
I've been to the one and only Mauritius, but I've never been to the one in South Africa.
So this was at the Vienna waterfront, and I had to cook in their kitchen. And then
And this was pre-culinary school.
it was pre-culinary school.
This is
But
post-master
post-master
chef.
chef.
Post-master chef, pre-culinary school.
So nobody knew that you couldn't cook.
Okay. So this
How much prep work did you do leading into MasterChef? Like,
Nothing. No, I'll tell you, because it's so you would have met at that first Braai Festival a good friend of mine called Sasha Zambetti.
Yes.
So she does cooking class and whatever, and phenomenally talented chef. And so I phoned her. I said, Sash, I'm in a spot to bother here because now we've been friends since childhood. I think I said, I'm in a bit of trouble here because I don't know how to cook. You've got to help
Yeah.
me. She's like, you're the second MasterChef contestant. we won't say Lorna Maseko, but anyway.
That's what I was trying to remember earlier, that name, in the previous episode. Sorry.
So now she comes to my house and she's like, you know what, Chris? There's certain things that like. If you can make pasta, you can make a base for a lot of dishes. Let me show you how to make pasta from scratch.
Yeah.
Cool. And then she showed us how to make spanakoppitas. And then I remember that. Those were the 2 things we did. And then the first challenge I messed up on MasterChef was pasta.
she was just throwing her hands up.
But no, so I talk about it on stage. I'm sure it's fine if I talk about it here. So you're not supposed to tell people. But they actually send you on like a course
Oh, before.
So they don't want you to look like an idiot on camera.
Yeah.
So every single cooking show does it. They send you on a course.
How to use a knife.
How to use a knife. I'm not going to do the gag now. How to carve a chicken correctly, the right way to cut up an onion, like the basics of bread dough and this and this and this. It's like a crash course. It's literally, I want to say about 5 or 6 days. And I was quite lucky in that I got gigs. Because everyone else is doing it at night. And I'm like, guys, sorry, I'm working. I can't now. So they were like, cool, we'll sort you out. There was this guy called Chef Shaw who gave me like a couple of private lessons. But he was the funniest dude. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here.
Go for it.
So I was asking him questions because already in my head I'm thinking, okay, there's dishes I want to learn to make. How do I make them? So I was like, okay, Shaw, so if I have to do lamb shank, corporate dish of choice, but I love it. If I have to do lamb shank in the pressure cooker, because you've only got, how do I do it? He says, No, Chris, you just fuck in some tomatoes and you fuck in your mirepoix and you fuck in lamb shank and you cook the fuck out of it. I was like, okay, welcome to the world of culinary. And then he was so funny, like
Legit.
like, so we're doing the thing the one day, I wasn't even there, Terence told me about it. Terence Bridget, if you're wondering who I'm talking about, just to name drop, he's a really cool dude. So he says they're all sitting there and it's these prim proper celebs like Patricia Lewis, Lorna, etc., etc. And the other guy's telling them all about like garnishing or whatever.
Yeah.
And a big rule for those of you who want to be chefs, don't garnish with stuff you're not going to eat. But anyway, so he says he hates it. He said at the time, he hates when people put parsley on the plate because nobody's going to eat it.
Yeah.
And then Chef Charles at the back, he goes, what's the difference between pussy and parsley? Chefs don't eat parsley.
Yes!
Thank you, Chef
Absolutely.
Charles.
Yeah, he had so many moments like that where he was just this dude who was funny without even knowing how funny he
No,
was.
But you see,
those
that's-
people are
yeah.
funny because they don't care about your
Yeah.
opinions. They
Yeah.
live in a vacuum, those.
But anyway,
And that's
so
what made it work for you.
yeah, so I did the course, and then as I say, when we were in the house,
Yeah.
then we just practiced.
Did you know that you were going to start dedicating a lot of your life to cooking when you took this picture?
No.
So this was just a gimmicky thing. I'm putting on this chef's jacket. I'm going to teach these people to cook. But it's because of MasterChef, not because I want to be a chef.
Pretty much, yeah.
Love that.
That's
So, I mean, I knew when I did MasterChef, I said to Tabs, I said, I need to, now we're going to leverage this thing, obviously.
Yes.
You all know the
No,
way.
you
But
have
I
to,
never, if you told me I would have been a qualified chef, and if I would have told you, or doing a show, countrywide road shows, I would have been you crazy.
So looking at you, we could buy into chef before we could buy into the other thing that makes you happy, because this is a series of pictures that we believe make you happy.
Yes.
The other thing that
6th
makes
of
you
March,
happy
2016.
is this very, very different. And also looking at you and meeting you would not place you
On a bicycle.
On a bicycle. at the
Start
beginning
line
of,
selfie.
So-
the Cape Town cycle tour, it looks like.
I'm going to tell you something about myself that I thought you might know, but you probably don't. I actually studied sports management.
I did not.
I also did not know.
So
I did not know.
I've been sports mad
I know that
From-
was mad.
probably about the age of 12.
Yeah.
Like I specifically football. I played soccer. I played rugby. I played squash. I played anything and everything. I didn't do much of the tennis thing or whatever. But I love sports. I love exercise. Now you wouldn't say it to look at me.
No, but
I'm
you're a
always-
chef. Nobody trusts a Mara chef.
No, but the thing was, so when it took a backseat was when I started stand up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I found like the difference between football and stand up because I love them both, but I'm good at one and I'm terrible at the other.
Yeah.
So
You're an excellent striker.
More of a defender.
You could stereotype me because I do play in the fat boy position. I was always a goalkeeper. No, so when I did comedy for the first time, and suddenly hey, people are laughing at me.
Yeah.
Then-
For the right reasons.
For the right reasons, then I was like, okay, I finished my sports management qualification, and then I was like, okay, it's comedy now.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy exercise.
Years ago, and I know you'll remember this, but years ago, you'd been doing the 947 for your charity, and you've been doing that cycle race, and then somehow you got to saying to me, listen, we'll get you a bike, will you come and ride this thing? And I must have been drunk because I said yes.
I tell you when it was. I can tell you it was my birthday party, and you were very drunk.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because also, if you ever want to be invited to anybody's parties, you want to be invited to a Chris Forrest party. And I must have been geseep, and you were like, let's do it. And I said no, and eventually I said yes. And then I remember like a week before going, bruh, I haven't even jumped on a bike once. I'm not doing this thing.
You also said, Chris, it's my birthday the night before.
Yes!
There's
Best
no
excuse.
ways
I was like, I'm not doing
I'm
it.
ever going to be able to.
I'm like, I'm not, and I remember talking to myself after somebody had said to me, you know you're going to die, right? Because you haven't trained an inch and now you're going to go ride 100 kilometers. You know that you're going to die with a sore ass. Because I was going to get Nicholas's father to weld me a wireframe so I could put 2 bike seats, was my strategy. Because I think that's the way, 1 per cheek, the way those seats are worked out. But it's something that I was always just amazed that you would commit to and do? Does cycling make you happy?
It does actually. It's weird how happy it makes you. I think exercise as a thing is like Valium. A lot of people don't realize that the exercise has so many benefits, but I think one of them is that it actually sends out happy endorphins or whatever they're called.
I actually saw a thing the other day that said there's a point, like there's a time and an amount of effort that you have to put in your heart rate at a certain percentage.
Yeah.
And then it releases THC. Your body releases its own THC. So you actually get like they call a runner's high, fitness high. It's actual THC that gets released in your body.
Because you've got your cannabinoid system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don told me a great story a couple of weeks ago. Some friend of his was like a fit guy, and somebody brought up running, and then I was like, fuck running. And they were like, oh, you're a fit guy. He's like, no, fuck running. He's like, and they're like, what do you mean? And he's like, no, just the next time you're out on the roads in the morning, every runner you drive past, just look at their faces. He's like, all of them are miserable as fuck. He's like, all these runners are miserable. You bump into a cyclist, those are happy ones. Those are ones in the mood to chat.
Taking the whole road.
Wearing tights, but you see them at the coffee shop after their cycle, they're in a great mood.
Yeah.
They're talking about their bikes, they're all happy. Runners are always miserable. So if you're going to do something, cycle instead of run.
It was me that told him that.
Was it you? Who?
I went to my physio when I hurt my back at the job. And my physio, because I asked him, I saw somebody in the morning that looked like he was running. Like, looked like my physio, and I was like, hey, did I see you running? Then he was like, oh, was there a dog chasing me, or was there a ball involved? I was like, no. He's like, no, then it wasn't me. He's like, unless there's a dog chasing me or a ball involved, I don't run.
Do you not like get that urge every time you see a dude running to like wind down your window and say, are you okay? Is somebody chasing you? And I always think it'll be hilarious, but I know this guy's going to tell you to get screwed.
Yeah, because he's
no, it's like you cyclists that take over the road and you also just like, it's like.
Because he's chafing. Spoke about OGs earlier. Next picture up.
5th of August,
damn it.
2024.
These are some of the acts that gave us the world to try. I mean, you got David.
These
Carr.
are, yes, still consider these guys my brothers.
These are the originals. I remember going to the underground my first years before I even started going with Nick. Nick was possibly even too young to go then. I remember David Carr with a gold Golf 4 TDI, and I could not believe that people make jokes and they get to drive this, because that was the car at the time. It had just come out. I remember... So
and he had 2 Golf 4s in those days.
Well, the great David
with
Carr.
the red eye.
The great David Carr. I remember Riyadh coming in, and even though he was Cape Town, he was at the underground a lot. And then even bringing his wife in before all of the kids.
No, because you remember Riyadh lived up here.
Okay.
So he's Cape Town, but he did his internship up here. What do you call the medical internship? It's called something.
Yeah. ComServe.
And then, but he also did PMS with us.
The Pure Minati show.
Yeah.
And this is all the OGs. And then, weirdly in this picture, I think one of the main reasons I was interested or thought I could do it was I worked with Joey's sister at Macro. And every time Joey would come to the store, she would say, Joey, man, this O's funny on the mic here at Macro. You must put this O on. And Joey always made time for me, and he was such a big star. And I was like, I couldn't understand. You, I met because Tabs worked with Kate. Your wife worked with Kate, my sister. And
was it at a Brian Fairlands, if memory serves me correct?
Yeah. And like, so I look at these 4 faces, and these faces mean the world to me. What does this picture mean to you?
This was amazing. This was, I think it was Riyadh's show that we did together. But I mean, comedy has changed slightly. So you talk about the underground.
Yeah.
When we used to do the underground, even before Pure Minati, the comics would hang out together.
Yeah.
Like there weren't a lot of us. Granted, that's possibly why it doesn't happen so much anymore. But there was like a brotherhood, like a camaraderie there. So guys who, I mean, I don't see half of these guys nearly enough, but guys like Ronnie Marimula.
Yeah.
We didn't get plane tickets in those days. We drove everywhere. Yeah. Like you're talking about a Golf 4, I had a Ford Laser.
Yeah.
So the amount of times they would book us as the junior comics, me and Ronnie. We drove to Cape Town, we drove to East London, we drove to Port Elizabeth, Durban. Like I spent a lot of time in a car with that dude. David was Cape Town based in the beginning, and we did like festivals and stuff together. I got to know him.
I also didn't know that Carl was a Cape Town boy.
He grew up in Pretoria, but then he went to UCT. And then I still remember it was the East Coast Comedy Festival. And all the other dudes were hungover or whatever, sleeping. Me and David went to breakfast. He said to me, Chris, come with me to the Black Mall. I need a haircut. And then him and me went, because he was like, don't go to that one. We're going to the Black Mall. Yeah. And then he still jokes about it that night on stage. I took Chris Forrest to the Black Mall. Like all of these dudes, we're in the trenches together when you still, like what you guys are talking about, figuring it out. Because we didn't have the comedians ahead of us.
Yes, you didn't have David
you were the first,
and you were him.
So we had the guys like the old crew, Joe Parker, Mel Miller, like John Vismas and Al Prodgers and that crew were a little bit older than us, but Barry's old. Well, I suppose he's still in with Joe and Mel.
Yeah.
But they weren't like I think that's why a lot of us, I can't speak for everyone, but say like me or Joe, you'll always have time for you, give you advice.
Yeah.
Say maybe try this, don't do that, do this. Because we needed that. It could have made our life so much easier. But if it was easier, would we have become what we are today?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Is it so? Being part of that generation, I feel, can be a blessing and a curse. So it's a blessing because you're with like-minded people. You're all on this new territory. Therefore, it's easy to kind of become a hub and realize that there's more than enough work for all of you, which means you can help each other get better without stealing, from yourself, which breeds that, Ryan Hardwick calls it comedy radery, where any comedian will, help you with just about anything. And we felt that still, especially even if you travel in the world, comedians are like that. A curse because you've got to deal with the floodgates opening, more talent coming in, and then have to get used to it not being so easy anymore. And I think that it's easier for somebody to go from, the standard progression of I've got to work my ass off in the beginning to establish myself and then work less and less and less as I go on in terms of bringing things in, where I find that you guys had to work your ass off in the beginning, got to a point where everybody was sustainable, but then had to work your ass off again to now be competing with this new wave. Is that accurate? Because I think that it's more difficult to then work after you didn't have to work.
Superbly accurate. Oh. But the thing was, you talk about working our asses off in the beginning. I wish we did. No, because we didn't. It was rock and roll.
Didn't have to.
Yeah,
we had
easy.
A party. Like I always talk about, like even Pure Monati, which is that was I think what really that crew was super tight.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we talk about our writers' rooms, I always joke about it. The guys might hate me for saying this, but we would sit around, we'd talk about football, who's the best rapper, which chicken place we're going to for lunch, because we ate a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
And all of these things. And then every now and then, like a sketch would come out of something.
Yes.
And we're like, yeah, write that. Joey Rustin, make an order. But no, it was brilliant. It was hanging out with your mates every day.
Yeah.
You're getting paid for it, and you're like talking.
And making nice
maybe actually worked, if we're honest, for like an hour or two a day. But we sat there chilling 6 hours, hanging out. I loved it. It was one of my favorite times of my life. But then the thing was, everything came to us easly because there was no alternative comedy.
Yeah.
And I've told a few people about Blacks Only as a show. The first few. There was booze, there was water, there was this and that. Backstage, by the time halftime comes around, most of the booze has been demolished. The waters are still sitting there. Everyone's having a lacquer time. I remember I went through a period where I didn't do, because I did most of the early Blacks Onlys. Then I didn't do it for a while, and I came back. Alcohol untouched. Everyone's got water, Red Bull. They're backstage working on their sets, and I'm like, this is a problem. We are professional now. And it's a thing. So, guys, the standard of comedy in South Africa has gone up so high.
Yeah.
And then you really do have to work hard at it now. Like, I still remember when Trevor started coming into the fray. Me and David Kibuka, he came to my house every day. We were like, we got to work or we're getting left behind. We sat and wrote for a good couple of hours every single day, just working on comedy because the new dudes were killing us. Trevor, Eugene, later on you guys, and it was like, whew, gotta do this thing.
And we are now at the stage where we realize it.
Yeah. 14
you
years
know what
in
I mean?
now.
You're watching a young lady who's just started 8 months ago, delivering concepts that your brain can't conceptualize.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't get there, and I think that all of that is healthy. And I think the greats will stay, and the rest will.
Those who don't
find,
work
But I
stick.
think, like I said, you got to, if you stop working at it, you're going to get worse. And it's those dudes, like I always, you play squash as well. I know Jay plays squash.
He doesn't.
No.
You only get better if you play against somebody
Yeah,
better than you.
100%.
Yeah.
So if those dudes are doing better, then you're going to be like, yeah, like I'll use you guys as an example. We did the 20 and 5 thing at the Lyric.
Yeah.
And everybody's killing.
Yeah.
And the mindset would have been back in that, oh, this is a great crowd. But instead, I was going, if I don't go out there and smash this man, I'm going to look like an idiot. Went out there, gave it everything, and then walking off, it was a sense of A, euphoria, but B, relief. It was like,
Yes.
whew. I
Because
gave
you
a good
didn't want to
account.
be the one in
I gave a
that
good
lineup
account.
that was gonna be spoken about for dying.
Yeah, because nobody goes, oh, this dude was amazing. They were like, you know what, there were 2 people. He didn't really crack it.
We spoke about this next.
You want me to say their name? No, I'm kidding.
No, we spoke
They know
about
who they are.
this next image, and this we'll just show for the sake. But I don't think we need to get into it again. This is just.
Oh yes, the Don't Burn Your
Don't burn your
Sausage.
sausage, yes.
12
An
November
international
2024.
comedy show, cooking comedy. I think it's unique. I don't think anyone's done something like that before.
I even if they have, it definitely wasn't a chef and a comedic chef, and the chef doesn't take himself too seriously. He's funny.
I always joke, so we've got a really cool partnership because for that one we stick to the script.
Yeah,
And then there's other ones where we kind of just banter.
yeah,
And so often, like, because I do most of the comedy, and then every now and then Pete will suggest a joke, and he's a really funny guy, and I go, okay, cool, that's a good idea, let's do that. And then he does most of the cooking, and every now and then I'll suggest like a culinary thing, and he'll tell me why I'm wrong. No, I'm kidding. He really does.
fantastic.
No, but we have a lot of fun. It's and
No,
he's,
we can see. I'm
is
only
a-
just moving on because I can
Yes.
feel the nakedness.
that was Cape Town 2019.
Okay, this is what I talk about when I speak about, like, for me, every time I see you guys, and especially you and Tabs when you're drunk, together.
Yeah.
Especially when you're drunk together, which is firstly also something that I really love about the two of you. That your
2020.
appetite for good times is the same, and you have to both encourage each other to go home and have a last one. Marriage hack.
Yeah.
I honestly believe, but I also, again, perception. I think you love her more now than you ever have.
I really do. It's a thing. Hopefully she's listening to this.
Yeah.
No, it's because I think we've grown together, matured together, and whatever. Do you want to hear the weirdest, saddest thing about this picture?
Tell her.
Let's hear.
The first thing that I thought of wasn't how much I like my wife. It was like that
Where's
hat.
that top? Where's that hat?
That hat got eaten by my dog, and I love that hat. But anyway, I do love my wife. That work we weren't drunk there. This was in the morning. It was my friend Robin who took the picture. We were doing a thing, the coffee tour that I spoke about. We were down in Cape Town doing that
What a
For,
love.
for an unnamed coffee
What
company.
a
for the
love.
unnamed coffee company.
Is this the point? So we struggle. This is the only pic we could find of one of your kids. You've been very good at not posting things.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that story as well.
This is the only pic we could find, and I wish that was Tabitha's face there instead of this big face.
Do you know who that face
We
is?
do know who the face
Ah,
is.
man.
Christopher.
Okay, let me tell you that
Let's
story
hear the
because I
story.
love the story.
Tell us about official Barnsley.
So, official Barnsley. So, obviously, for those of you who don't know me, I've been completely obsessed with Liverpool Football Club for close on 40 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm fully aware that my mood for the weekend is entirely made or broken by a bunch of overpaid millionaires kicking
Yeah.
a sack of air around on the other side of the world, and they don't care if I live or die. But I still, if they lose, I'm upset.
Yeah.
But I've always obsessed over them. And then my hero was Bruce Crawler.
Yeah.
And on his video, John Barnes is talking, and I watched that video over and over and over and over. And so my nephew's having his boxing debut. My nephew's an outstanding boxer. He was like the Gauteng champ, whatever. He nearly went pro. He decided not to because he didn't want to be poor.
Boxing show.
So I'm going to see his first ever fight.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there. It's at the Boyson's boxing gym. Now, let me just say that the Boyson's boxing gym, there's no glamour there. Like, if glamour came within a kilometer, it'd go, whoa, like let me jump back on that.
Can fight, like, even the car guard will move there.
So, and I'm pushing, that's Mackenzie, my baby, along in a pram, and she's covered in a Liverpool jacket, and she's sleeping. And I see my brother-in-law, and I'm chatting to him, and I hear this voice. His name's Richard. I say, Richard, this is weird. I swear I can hear John Barnes' voice. And he starts laughing. He says, I made your sister promise not to tell you. Then I look around the corner. It's John Barnes at the Boyson's boxing gym on a random Saturday afternoon. He's not even there for super sport or anything.
He's just there.
He's there because he's mates with one of the other dudes who boxes at the gym.
Oh.
And I'm like completely homeless. So I walk up, and this dude, I'm like, John Barnes, I love you. I want to have your babies. And he's like, look, you've got a kid. And he picks up my child and wakes her up. And I'm like, anyone else, I would have sworn at you. To John Barnes.
You can have her.
I'm like, we're playing Watford today. What do you think? Yeah. So that was John Barnes. Like, how random is that?
It's insane.
Of all the places to meet the dude.
And I'm sure now you're on a first name basis with him.
No, I'm not. No, he didn't want to chat to me because I went proper fanboy. And he was like,
Now
stop asking me about Liverpool, dude.
Yeah.
Now we've all done that. The point of my question was, I feel like you get it, but I feel like one of the things I want to shout to the world is the picture with your fro, the picture with your lighty. That's the point of life. The time,
Yes,
that
most
hour a
definitely.
day that you put aside. Like that's the point. Like, Nick and I were chatting about the pictures yesterday, and I was like, it's not the thing you think you're gonna appreciate right now, but at the end of your days, when you are grasping at your last memories as your
Yes.
life flashes, those are gonna be the moments that you
wanna hold on
was
to.
the point, because we're raised in this world of more things, more money, more, and then I'm just like, no, but that's not the point.
So you want money to, you want enough.
Yeah, money is a facilitator of your nice things.
I remember, did you guys ever do the gigs for the late Dostane?
No.
I was never invited, but I've heard about the Sodom and Gomorrah of those. I've heard about it.
So it was the gig I did. I wouldn't go because that's a long ass story. But when I went there, it was me and Joey Rastine, and we were, wouldn't it be cool to have so much money?
This is at the farm now.
This is
You go out
at
to the farm.
the farm.
Yeah.
And then this lady who was the game ranger, who was like a model that he had hired to be a
course.
game ranger.
Yeah.
She was like, but don't you think you'd have too many fake friends or whatever? And I was like, if I had too many fake friends, I'd start selling Amway. And by the end of the night, I was like, I don't ever want to be that dude.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to have a little bit more money, but I don't want to be super rich. I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I want my kids to have whatever
Yeah.
they need. And then I'm cool. Like I'd obviously, like everybody talks about, wouldn't it be cool to drive a Mercedes Benz? But when you're driving it, you go the same speed as me in traffic. If anybody wants to give me a Mercedes Benz, I will take it though.
So I agree, not with Mercedes, but like, I don't want a helicopter.
No, you
So
don't
I had
need
a
a
big
helicopter.
argument with one of my mates the other day. We're on the golf course, helicopter flies over, and I go, I don't want that. He goes, bro, that's money, I want that. I go, are you crazy? We're beating that guy. He goes, what do you mean? I go, that I was sending an email. I think he's got a helicopter because he's into flying. No. So the helicopter, because somebody's decided his time is worth more.
Yes.
So he's working right now. We are drunk on a golf course at 11. I guarantee he's looking out of his helicopter, wishing he was us because he's got staff. Now your pilot doesn't come. Never mind the money.
It's all perspective. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, 100%.
like that thing of, yeah, okay, it'd be nice to have a holiday home in Plett,
Yes.
but if that's the only time you see your kids, that's like,
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
like and
And
it's,
most
it's
people
such
have
a
that
cliche.
holiday house. They have more memories in their plate house than in their
Yes.
11
Their
months
actual
of a
house.
year house.
It's like I say, super cool. I'll go home today. Before I go home, I'm watching my one kid that both entered the talent competition.
Love
I'm going to brag a little bit, chap.
Let's hear.
So the one is singing, which makes me exceptionally proud. Not because she's a great singer, but because she said, I need to get out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've always been afraid to sing in front of people. So I'm singing. And I'm like, that's amazing. But now my other kid, she is a cub, and they asked her if, because now she's a bit of a overachiever, and so they said, would she do the opening for the cub campfire thing? So she read it, and they're like, well, if she's doing that, does she mind emceeing? So now she MCs, but now at the same time at the school, this is sorry to go via Cape Town to get to Bloem.
Let's go.
At the school, they asked me to MC the music concert. And I was like, when they asked me, I was like, oh, I can't think of an excuse. So I ended up doing it. And then, so when the youngsters MCing now the Cubs thing, Tab says, well, why don't you get her to co-MC the music thing with you? So I'm like, what a great idea. And the school loved it. So I wrote us some links. I was like, there won't be more than 10 acts. Then there was 44. 44 acts.
This is a festival now. Now it's Grahamstown.
And you've got to say, keep up the energy and get the people back and everything. And I said to her, listen, there's no ways either of us are going to memorize links for 44 acts. So we'll do the 10. We've got an opening. We've got a second half of it. And she did the opening brilliantly. And then we were like just busking it, the ones that weren't scripted. And so, like I'd say to her in the end, I'd say, so, okay, do you want to practice what we're going to say after these guys? She's like, no, you just say something and I'll say something back. Like, this is my kid.
Yes, man.
But so now for their talent show, she wants to do a comedy set.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
Oh, yes, it's going to be so cringe.
So when I go home, I've got
It's going to be
to
so cringe for you.
I've got to rehearse with her now when we get home because we've worked out her jokes. And she's written, not all of them, but she's written 2 herself.
Yeah.
Are you filming this thing and
Relatable.
you sending it to the WhatsApp group? I know you don't have to post it online, but are we at least going to get to see it?
I'll send you the ones from the music concert as awesome.
No, I want to see her doing
Yeah.
comedy. That's what I want to. I want to see it.
I
No,
wanna see
because
you
this is
doing
just your
your gags.
audition. I know, so I'd like the gags. No, I didn't write gags for her. She's got a joke book.
No, I'm saying your gags that we see you do on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Cringy. I'd love to see.
No, that can turn bad. They watched me once, and it's a long story.
My
But
girlfriend asked me to help her lose weight, so I cut off her leg. What was your gag?
I don't do that. That is a terrible
Someone
gag.
did a gag like that.
Not
No,
me.
he
That's that
does.
weird Irish.
You've got to have a favorite.
Yeah,
You know that story.
I had to break up.
So I do this story. So how much time do you have? So I did a thing about, and it was a joke when the second one was born. I was like, no, we got to choose a favorite. I didn't have a favorite. I still don't have a favorite. They compete for that. It's swaps. And then, but my eldest one, she said, and I'd done a thing about, you choose the favorites.
Yeah.
For those of you who've seen it, I'd end up burning the house down. So, and then I said, like, if you've got to choose a favorite, because you've got to, like,
Can only save one.
yeah. And so I get home, and it was during lockdown. And I'd also trying to teach this kid to read.
Yeah.
And she calls me as she goes to bed. She's stealth, the older one. Brilliant EQ. She waits till she's about to sleep. She says, Dad, can I ask you something? I'm like, yes. She says, am I your favorite? I'm like, what? She says, well, when we saw you on TV, you said you had a... No, you want to see sirens and you had a... So I'm like, no, I don't have a favorite and this and that. And then she's starting to get teary now. And I'm like, you got to understand. Whatever Daddy says on stage is a joke. You must never take it seriously. So now she's full on crying. She goes, okay, so you wouldn't let Mommy die in a fire. So I'm like, no, I wouldn't let Mommy die in a
Because I'm
fire.
bad at admin, I need her.
And then she goes, okay, and I think I've won. And then as I'm about to turn off the light, she goes, but Dad, that bit you did about teaching me to read, that was true. And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, so now I've got to pay for therapy.
For your favorite.
Yeah. The weird thing was, if you watch the bits, I go to your room. Anyway, no, I didn't change it.
Okay. That's wonderful.
You make me laugh. I
All the time.
I'm so happy you know John Barnes, and I'm so happy that you were able to save your wife and both your kids in the event of a fire.
Do you know what the weird thing about that joke is if I only saved one and I let my wife die in the fire, the other kid would also die, and people laugh at... Anyway, moving on.
No comment.
I've pointed it out, and people don't laugh anymore.
We wrap it up with a game of this or that. You know the rules. This
Quick fire.
Or that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Nick.
Stand up.
Or improv.
Stand up.
Just like that? Don't even have to think about it?
Nope.
Is it because of the solo sport? It's all on your shoulders, do or die?
No, I love the preciseness of it.
Okay.
I'd love improv too,
Yeah.
but
So we know.
stand up.
Love it.
Liverpool.
Or the Springboks.
Liverpool.
You
I know.
choose Liverpool over the Springboks.
Don't know why.
Like
Don't
you
ask
choose
me why.
one team for the rest of your life. You choose Liverpool over the Springboks.
Hey,
Don't ask me why.
he told us.
I don't
Obsessed.
understand it.
I actually thought
my
when,
head
when we wrote
said-
this one, I was like, finally, we're going to put him in a corner.
I have a very vivid memory of watching the Springboks play England, and
Yeah.
we got thumped. It was in Corner Cricher, got sent off and whatever. And then I was a little bit upset. And then I watched Liverpool afterwards, and I lost the plot. And I was like, man, I realized the level of my
Okay.
obsession.
Okay.
No, it is what it is.
And
as
I
a
can't
man-
help it.
As a man, you really
I
don't have to
apologize to every
justify.
South African out there. I still love the Springboks once again.
Yeah.
Now, let me just.
So
let me
your
just
second
give you
favorite team?
Yeah, let me just
in
give
the
you
world.
a safety. What is the nickname for the English rugby team? What is the nickname?
The
Roses.
British Lions.
Yeah,
Oh, the Lions.
Roses. Roses. Yeah, the Roses or Springboks.
Oh, Springboks,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just giving you make sure that
Springboks, like
Just-
Liverpool Springboks.
Yeah, just trying to make
Every
sure you
other-
don't get cancelled. Yeah. If Sia
You see,
played for
you're supposed to
Liverpool-
as rapid fire.
Isn't
Not
Sia also a
specific.
Liverpool boy?
Sia's a massive lover. We've chatted about it.
Oh, there you go. So
He's-
I mean,
he's-
there's a link.
You must hear his
There's a
story
link.
about when he met Jurgen Klopp in the bathroom. It's brilliant.
I am very sure.
Forest Arms.
Or let me contextualize this. We're speaking
fire.
about as a favorite room in your home.
Yes,
Forest Arms or your bedroom.
my bedroom.
In Forest Arms.
Forest Arms is cool. It's a nice social place. We hang out there. But your bedroom's always your bedroom.
So
we
the
were
magic
trying to trap you
happens.
again.
Yeah.
Well played. We were trying to get you into trouble, but well played.
I feel like I
And
know
so-
the answer to this
And,
one.
and
as well.
also, Nick, your joke must land. So just so it was Forest Arms or your bedroom.
In Forest,
In Forest
Arms.
Arms.
Unbelievable gag.
Thanks.
Ooh, this one is going to be easy for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steven Gerrard.
Or Mo Salah.
That's not easy. Steven Gerrard.
Yes.
Stevie G.
Okay.
Good.
And Mackenzie.
Okay, Lee.
Both.
That was specifically because of that joke of yours.
And we also know the answer to this last
Yeah.
one.
Cooking
Or comedy.
Comedy.
all day, every day.
All day, every day. I want to do comedy till I'm dead.
Yeah, and you can roast in both.
You must be like.
I want to die like Tommy Cooper.
Who's Tommy Cooper?
He's a British comedian.
Died on
Die,
stage.
die.
Died on stage. He had a heart attack. Everyone was killing themselves.
So that's part
laughing.
of the bit. They thought Brown was doing a bit.
No, you must do that pre-recorded for your coffin for whatever you're doing. That
Oh yeah,
pre-recorded.
let me out.
Let me out. I'm alive. Guys.
Why are you doing this to me?
No,
Yeah.
I want my remains to be scattered around Anfield, and I don't want to be cremated. No, I'm kidding. No, so I have a thing. I have a thing. So I'm not going to be in a coffin. I want to be creative. But me and Tabs,
Yeah.
this is a thing where I'm starting.
Yeah.
I must do it as an Instagram video as well. You know how you say, I want my ashes scattered in Anfield?
Yeah.
I don't. I want her ashes scattered in Anfield because that's where I get to go to Anfield. And then I'm like, you pick a cool place, and that's where I want my ashes scattered.
I like that.
That is dope.
I like that. Scatter my ashes in your favorite place.
Yes, then you get to go
Get to
for
to
a
your
trip
favorite
there.
place,
Yeah,
and you get to go there again.
Yeah.
correct.
That's very clever. I
That
like that.
is.
I like that.
So- Now's the time to tell us about the other things you're working on, or what people can
as
look
we,
forward
as we
to.
wrap up.
As a wrap up, is going with the chef thing. I'm a partner in a restaurant.
My man.
I'm coming to the
I'm
restaurant.
on shock. Tell us
I'm
about the
going to
restaurant.
invite you guys to if we have an opening night. So it's originally started out as takeaways only.
Yeah.
There's going to be different takeaway elements.
Yeah.
So one's called P.S. I Love You. It's date night sushi.
Nice.
The other one's called Gorilla Burgers, Ribs and Things.
Ooh,
So it's like big
invite me for
food,
that.
etc.,
yeah.
etc.
Also me.
So with ribs, I actually want to. I still need. I've got some great partners. I want to do big ribs, not just the pork ones. Those, those.
Yeah,
proper,
Yeah, that's that.
but huge burgers, ribs, all the cool food. There's
Like
a
Thundergun style. That.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican street food one. So it's the 5 different. It's going to start off. Originally, it was a dark kitchen, but it looks like we're going to be open for takeaways at the place as well. It's going to be a cool comedy venue. We're going to have live entertainment there.
Ooh, and we need Joe Burke.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So not when will it be open?
Hopefully the week after Bryfest. So we're looking at end of September.
Are we?
But if Bryfest is 4th and 5th of October, hopefully we open the next week later.
Is there like a central place, a handle where you can go and check all of the...
Not quite yet.
So go and
But
check,
follow me on the socials,
follow-
and I'm sure I'll be punching the hell out of it, and I'll be inviting these guys for
What's
opening night.
your handle? Chris Forrest, what is it?
Chris Forrest, SA.
Chris Forrest Essay.
Yes.
And how do we spell it correctly? Because they spelled your Jersey. Double R. Oh, no.
Double R in Forest.
Double R.
Yes.
In Forest.
There'll be a whole lot of Bry videos. There'll be a Spice Boys video too.
So this is probably going to come out after the Bryfest. But if you
So thank you for coming.
Yes, to those of you that went, thank you. Well done. But if you're interested in a family day that is going to feed you, teach you to feed you, and entertain you, and the kids, you've got to go and check out the what is it? Ultimate Bryfest. What is it called?
Ultimate Bry Festival, yes.
Ultimate Bry Festival. It is magical and more magical than you imagined, because it was more magical than we imagined, which means it's definitely more magical than you imagined.
Yeah. You're gonna see bright things that you didn't even know could exist.
No, for real. The longest tongs in the game.
Oh, yeah. Got to get hold of that guy. Anyway, you reminded me. But anyway, thank you for having me, guys. I've listened to it so many times. Must I tell you, I'm going to tell you something before I go.
Yeah.
It's always weird listening to your podcast.
Why?
Because it's like friends talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like you want to join the conversation, but you're in your car and you're like, oh. You know what, Nick? Oh, man.
That is a beautiful compliment. That's because somebody said something similar. When they watch the podcast, they feel like they're the fourth person in the room,
Yes.
just sitting and listening, which is like, I mean, we couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.
We could.
No, you could.
Sponsors,
An advertiser.
Yeah.
You could have your label over here.
I actually, it's so weird to say, but the reason we don't want an advertiser is because this thing is very selfish. Like, it's more for Nick and I than it is for anybody. And we feel like we've won after every conversation, and what we don't want is an advertiser that's going to tell us what we should be talking about, what they want us to talk about.
Did you smack Chris on the butt?
And we definitely don't want that.
Sexual harassment.
We definitely don't want that happening. So yeah, if you want to sponsor us and keep quiet, we are your guys. But if you want to sponsor and have influence, don't call us.
We'll put your brand on the back of this laptop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'll take commission.
My kids put the stickers on.
Here we go. Thank you for watching. Like, follow, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Wishing you happiness and joy and peace in your life.
Bye.